friends, welcome to practice. So for this practice, you won't need anything additional, just your body, yourself, and we'll go ahead and get started. So this practice is very intuitive, meaning I'm going to give you several different options as we move through different postures and stretches and such. And I really invite you to listen to your body for this. This is meant to help you release your day or your week. So it really is up to you to notice, like, how am I actually feeling mentally? What does my body need physically? And I'll just kind of walk you through those options as we move and stretch and breathe. So first choice, either you can start standing or you can start seated. I would really encourage you, if you feel like your mind is really racing from the day, you still feel like you have a lot of energy kind of moving through you, I would start standing. If you're the opposite, if you're just like barely able to turn this video on and show up for this practice, start seated. So it's just up to you. Check in. What does your body need here? I'm going to start standing, and I'll give you some options if you're standing, and then I'll give you some options if you're seated. I'm going to be cut off in the frame, but just kind of start to ground down with your feet nice and steady, and then just start to rock your body side to side. Let your arms just hang loose and do what they naturally do, and just find any sort of movement. So maybe this feels good. Maybe you kind of need to bend your knees, find some bouncing. Just kind of do what you need to do. Even if you need to kind of jump up and down, shake your arms, shake your legs. So if you're standing, just stick with that movement for a few moments. If you're seated, just find what feels good here. So I invite you, if you're seated, close your eyes down, place one hand on your chest, on your belly, and just check in. Notice how you're feeling here. And either way, whether you're standing and you're moving around, you're shaking that energy out, or whether you're seated, you're starting to feel your breathing. So if you're standing, if you're moving, if you're kind of shaking your arms, your legs, you may find like some really deep, big rounds of breath feel good, maybe even sighing it out. And if you're seated, same thing, you're noticing your breath, but maybe you take it a little bit easier. Maybe a little gentler in and out. And maybe you start to find a little bit of stretch. So start by moving your shoulders around, just some slow shoulder circles if you're seated or even if you're standing. So again, you're still in this spot of figuring out, what does my body need here? Like, what do I really need to wind down from my day, from my week? If you're standing, maybe ask yourself again, do I need a little bit more movement? Do I need a little bit more release of energy? Or can I start to slow down my movement? And if you're seated, continue to find some movement, some stretch in your shoulders, moving your head, your neck, finding some nice, slow, easy stretches here in your upper body. So if you're really low in energy, this is going to get that moving and flowing just a tiny bit in your body. And if you're seated, just stay here. Continue to find some movement. Maybe start to rock side to side if you're seated, or just stick with those shoulder and neck stretches, your choice. And then if you're standing and you're starting to come into some stillness, I would invite you, if you're standing, to start to slowly take a nice forward fold here. So letting your whole upper body be super heavy. You can let your arms hang loose. You can grab opposite elbows. The only goal here is to let your whole upper body go. Crown of your head is super heavy towards the earth. Release through the back of your neck all the way down your spine. Feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. And if you're in a seat, I would encourage you to start to fold forward from your seat. So wherever you're at, just take a nice big inhale. Exhale, start to walk your hands forward. So your finding a forward fold, whether or not you're seated or standing. And both options, your head is super loose here. You're releasing through the back of your neck all the way down your spine. Let your shoulders go. And if you're standing in this forward fold, I invite you to slowly make your way down to a seat and join me in this seated forward fold. Option for everyone in this forward fold, you can have your legs crossed or you can have your legs straight out in front of you. Check in, you choose, what do your legs, your knees, your hips need here? And just let it all go. Option to shake your head out. If there's any further movement needed here, feel free to take it. You don't have to just stay in stillness. Couple more breaths in this seated forward fold. At your own pace, slowly inhale to sit all the way up. Take your time. There's no rush. Exhale when you arrive. Good. Okay, so we're gonna stay in a seat. And I'm gonna turn to face you. So start to bring your legs out to the side. And if you have a wall next to you, option to kind of let that support you from behind. So it's totally optional. If you don't have a wall, it's no big deal. For me in the evening time, it feels a lot nicer to have some extra support. So if you have a wall, take it just like I'm doing here. Make sure you're nice and solid up against it. And just find a nice length in your spine, from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale again, walk your hands forward, take a nice forward fold. See if you can completely let go in your legs, which can be super hard to do. You may feel yourself kind of tensing up in your upper legs. So maybe just kind of rock your legs side to side just to loosen them up a little bit as you're taking this forward fold. And as always, it does not matter how deep your fold is, how much you're able to stretch into this. You just want to feel it in your body. And we're going to stay here for a few rounds of breath. So on each inhale, find a little more length in your spine all the way to the crown of your head. And on each exhale, find a little bit deeper of a fold. Even if you're just imagining lengthening and folding deeper, just try to feel that in your body. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to sink deeper. Couple more rounds of breath here. Again, let your upper body fully go. Crown of your head nice and grounded towards the earth. Release through your neck, down your spine. Check in with your legs. See if you can let go a little bit more. For 3. For 2. For 1. Good. Slowly, again, no rush here. Inhale. Sit all the way up. Exhale when you arrive. Awesome. If you have that wall behind you, feel free to lean against it for a few moments. Good. Take your left foot, bend your left knee. So tuck your left foot to the inside of your right leg. We're going to take a nice side stretch. So with or without the wall, inhale, lengthen through your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Exhale, catch your right foot with your right hand. Your left arm is going to sweep up and overhead. And take this stretch as deep as you can, as deep as you need to. Maybe not very deep at all. Check in, listen to your body here. Couple more rounds of breath here. See if you can find complete stillness in your body. For 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale when you arrive. If you have the wall, give yourself a moment to rest on it. And then we're going to switch sides. Left leg out to the side. Right knee bends. Tuck that right foot into your left leg. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it to the left this time. Your right arm sweeps overhead. Again, your choice. You can take this stretch as deep as you need to. Take any sort of variation that feels good in your body. And then when you've found a variation that works for you, settle into stillness here. For 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale. Awesome. Alrighty. Re-bend your knees, recross your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hold here, maybe palms touch. See if your gaze can go up towards your thumbs. Find some nice length. Inhale, almost like you're trying to pull your arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend your elbows, open up through your chest, your heart space. Hold here. So option to stay here for a few rounds of breath. Other option is to interlace your fingers back behind you. And again, open up through your chest, through your heart space. Your choice which variation you take. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you're at, release. Inhale, arms sweep back up to the sky. Gaze follows your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Okay. We're going to take a nice big hip stretch. So I'm going to give you 2 different options for this. The first option is to take sleeping swan. So we're going to start with the right leg out in front. So if this works in your body, you can take this variation. Your front knee is bent, right front knee bent, back left leg straight out back behind. Maybe take a peek, make sure it's straight back and it's not kind of moving from one side to the other. If this is, and we're going to settle into this for probably about a minute or 2. If this is not working for your knee or your hips, option number 2 is to lay on your back. So it's a little bit more accessible on your back. So you're still bending through your right knee, but you're taking more of a figure 4 type shape here. So your right ankle over top of your left leg, both knees are bent, and you're just kind of pulling as much as you can, pulling your legs towards your chest. So either option is good. Find your variation of this. I'm going to come back into sleeping swan. If you're in sleeping swan and you need a little extra support, you can grab pillows, blankets, anything just to kind of place underneath your arms to bring the ground closer to you. Check in with your body. Notice what you need here. What, if anything, do you need to support you a little bit better? Once you've picked a variation, commit to it, settle in, find complete stillness in your body. And notice what happens in your mind when you come into complete stillness. When you start to settle into this stretch, maybe it feels really intense. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. Maybe your mind is wandering somewhere else. Come back to this space if your mind has wandered. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Feel your breath moving in and out. Notice that tension being released from your body. We're here for about 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're in sleeping swan with me, just come up into a seat. So swing your back leg forward in front of you. If you're on the floor, just release your legs. An option to just kind of elevate them up to the sky, maybe take some ankle rolls, or just plant your feet down for a moment. So either way, you're just taking a moment of rest before we move to the other side. Okay. So other side. So if you're on your back, opposite leg, so your left leg, left ankle over top of your right leg, bend both knees, taking that figure 4 shape, and you're gently and slowly pulling your legs towards your chest. If you're in sleeping swan with me, your right leg extends back behind. Your left knee is bent in front of you. And again, you're settling in. As you settle into this other side, no matter what variation you're taking, notice how this side feels compared to the other. It may feel very different. And if so, cool, just notice. It may feel very similar to the other side. If so, again, cool, just notice. Again, invite your body into complete stillness here. Stay as present as you can with any intense sensations. Use your inhales to bring you back to your body. And use your exhales to release tension. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you're at, release. If you're in sleeping swan with me, swing that back leg forward. And now we're all gonna meet down on the floor. So if you were in sleeping swan with me, maybe take a few moments before you lay down. Let your arms extend out in front of you, stretch out through your legs, move your feet around. If you are on the floor, same thing. Elevate your legs upward towards the sky. Let that blood flow come back. And then again, we're all meeting on the floor, on the mat. Start to bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around the outsides. Find some stillness or find some rocking side to side, your choice. Good. On your next exhale, just let your knees drop all the way to the left or as far as they'll go. Take a nice spinal twist here. Keep both of your shoulders grounded down. Just feel this twist from the center of your spine all the way down. Option to stay here in this twist for longer if it feels really nice. There's no rush. Option to stay. If you're ready, option to come back to center and just take it to the other side. Same thing. Wherever you're at, shoulders are nice and grounded down to the earth. Same thing. Take your time with these twists. If you're taking a little longer, stay for longer. We're going to start to wind everything down. So if you're by a wall like I am, you're going to start to line yourself up so that you can elevate your legs up on the wall. If you don't have a wall, find a piece of furniture, like maybe a low coffee table, a couch, a chair, anything that you can elevate your legs up on. And if that's not an option for you today, totally fine. Just lay all the way back down. Find what works for you. And we're going to end with just a few rounds of really slow breath work. So bring awareness to your breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. 2 more. Out for 6. Last one. In for 4. Out for 6. Good. Return to your normal rhythm of breath. Check in. And if you can, if it's possible to stay here for another minute or even a couple more minutes, I invite you to do so. I'm going to wrap up my time with you here. Thank you for joining me. And again, stay for longer if you can. And I will see you next time.